Why is microfinancing relevant to Filipinos?
Basically, yung entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, makes up the bulk of the businessmen in the country. And being a rural bank, yun ang market namin eh. I don't think, of course, the bigger banks are now seeing microfinance as a lucrative business, because yun nga, I think more than 90% of microfinance makes up the total business in the country. So it's a big market. It might be risky, pero it's profitable. So I think that's one reason. In fact, this was not invented here. It came from, I think, India.
Bangladesh,
Yung Grameen. Yeah.
Pinag-nag-umpisa ng microfinance actually.
What is the state of rural banking in the Philippines in general? Paano sila nakapagbigay ng servisyo sa mga tao, sa mga clients, types of services?
Well, I cannot speak for all rural banks. We have a different, how do you call this? A different environment, kasi we're a rural bank in a city. So parang as a rural entity in an urban jungle. So yung competition namin is a lot difficult. Imagine dito ata area is about 30 banks and there's just one rural bank. Imagine yung competition namin. We don't have ATMs. We're not fully computerized. Stand-alone kami. We don't have too much technology. Even our modest yung assets namin eh. So ang view ko is it's a lot easier for rural banks in the province to make business. In fact, the bigger rural banks are somewhere in the provinces, not in Metro Manila. I mean, yung problema ng rural banks in the city is a lot bigger than the provinces. Here you deal with micro. They're not even from here. While in the province, most are residents of the community and they know each other. That's why it's successful in the province. Nakakahiyaan pag nachismis kang hindi ka nagbabayad, kakalat sa buong community yon. Pero here, wala namang pakialaman sa Metro Manila eh. So mas mahirap ang collection, mas mahirap i-assess yung mga borrowers.
So who can answer this one about the story of the rural bank and the history? How did it came about?
I guess Miss Evangelista would be, kasi 1 week pa lang ako eh.
Ang Rural Bank of Caloocan kasi, it started its operation in December of 1955. This was incorporated by actually the Desiderio family. Ang nag-umpisa niyan yung patriarch nila si Don Jose Desiderio Sr. And then ang mga nila diyan actually itong Rural Bank Family Corporation yan eh. So yung anak niya si Jose O Desiderio, si Rodolfo at saka yung Juliana Villarreal, Desiderio Villarreal. Yun ang mga nag-umpisa ng Rural Bank of Caloocan. Nag-cater sila actually dun sa talaga mga low-income groups, dun sa mabababang mga merchants nung araw dito sa Caloocan. And yung they cater, yung nga inaano nila dito, yung they practically bring the money, sabi nga nila, dun mismo sa doorsteps ng mga tao. So yung lowly talaga, yun ang kinikater nila. They started, incorporators nila, there were 7 incorporators, and then they started with a meager capitalization of 2 million. And then as the years lumaki ng lumaki ang bangko, Presently, ang authorized capitalization na namin ngayon is 50 million. Yun na. Doon nag-start sa family, and then nagkuha na kami. Meron kaming isang extension office, and then nagtanggap na sila ng mga employees na actually hindi naman relatives ng family. So from there, it is where it is now today.
How did it grow from mere family corporation to this kind? Ano yung success story?
Nag-umpisa sila, actually, kasi hindi rin naman ako una pa dito na I was, although matagal na ako sa bangko, mga 4 decades na, I started with the bank 1969. Ang office pa namin doon ang main head office pa namin doon sa Sangandaan. And then itong May Paho, yun ang aming extension office. We started only with about doon sa head office namin, around siguro mga 10 employees lang kami noon. And then dito sa extension office, there are only about 4. Although meron ding extension officer in charge pa dito sa extension office noon. So there, nag-umpisa sila, nag-solicit sila savings deposits, and meron silang market, meron kaming solicitor sa market. That is why ang depositors namin, they do not have to go to the bank. So yung aming mga market solicitors, they go to the market to solicit yung deposits nila. They bring that to the bank para maipasok mo sa kanilang mga passbook. And then nag-offer din kami noon ng checking account. Nag-umpisa kami noon ng checking account, yung mga depositors na may mga business, yung sa palengke, may mga mga dealer. So nag-open sila ng current account using their deposits dun sa Rural Bank, pambayad dun sa kanilang mga obligations. So doon nag-umpisa yon. So hanggang sa lumaki yung aming area ng sineservice. From dati, ang sineservice lang naming market is Sangandaan Market, and then May Paho Market, kasi nandun yung dalawang offices namin. And then as we grow bigger, kumuha na kami, may market na kami ngayong Malabon, and then meron na kaming Caloocan, may 3rd Avenue Market, and then itong Blumentritt Market. So yun, doon nag-umpisang lumaki yung deposits na na-generate ng bangko. Now, tapos naman yung mga na-generate naming mga funds na yan from the deposits, yun naman ang pinapa-loan out namin. So we grant loans, agricultural, commercial, industrial, and other loans. Ganyan.
How will it set? How does it set? How will it differentiate from the other rural banks? Ano po yung kanyang key differentiator in terms of in the market?
I would only just surmise siguro, kasi nga, being just joining the bank a week ago, yung going back to your question, yung growth ng Rural Bank of Caloocan. From my understanding, before it was purely family affair. I mean, most of the employees are also the owners. I guess yung rapport nila with the community, they're able to, how do you term it, give favors to clients within the community na the clients appreciated. In fact, parang may mga second generation, third generation of those people are banking with us now. So I guess yun yung naging success story itong Rural Bank of Caloocan. However, things change. There are now employees that are not relatives. Environment change. Banking has changed a lot. But you would still be competing because ang strength namin lies with the owner. They're willing to to support us all the way. So, I guess ang foundation namin is yung strength of owners to ensure that the bank stays the longest time ever it can. I hope I answered your question.
Do you have any problems regarding service delivery? Ano po yung operations? Do you encounter any such problems? And do you see the role of technology in addressing these problems?
Of course, every bank has problems. No, we're not spared from that. Collection of loans is a problem. Deposit pickup is a problem because we're exposed to risk. Competition is a problem. We might not be able to compete directly with other banks, but we're trying to sabihin na natin may sarili kaming niche. We are trying to expand that niche. Of course, technology will play a big part of it. Communication. If we're not able to communicate the soonest possible time, especially in decision making, that would cause another problem. I guess what we're trying to derive at is yung how technology can help us. I think we need technology to. I've seen other rural banks use certain technologies, and they have grown. It's just a matter of siguro of appreciation of the technology and how well you can use it. It will be a boost to and pwede siguro namin gamitin pangyabang yan. Oy, may technology na kami. Updated na kami in terms of technology. Baka may makuha pa kami sa ibang another market level. You know.
What specific areas in your business do you think technology will play a very major part? Is it like credit collection? Is it credit investigation? Ano yung, what do you see would really need that kind of enhancement?
I think both credit investigation and collection because yung main income generation of the bank comes from loans. So collection and credit investigation is a big part of the loan process. In fact, gusto rin sana namin magka-ATM pero it's a lot really expensive at the moment, so we might not be able to go into that sooner than later. But for loans, siguro if we can, we're capable of acquiring technology, why not? I think it would really lessen yung burdens manually, for people, baka lesser people, faster transaction, more accurate recording, more accurate readings of whatever info that you need.
And being new and to the company, I'm sure you have a vision and you have plans.
Yes.
For the World Bank.
Yes.
So, sir, what are your plans? And I'm sure there will be some technology that you would really envision to be integrated into the bank and really enhance the services, delivery,
Yeah.
operations. So what are your plans?
Basically, short-term pa lang yung plans ko because I'm still in the process of observing yung operation ng bangko. Short-term plans is improving if certain things, if it needs improvement. Well, technology is part of that. I just really don't know kung anong technology yung we would be needing immediately. I guess I think Tina asked it, Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, wala kaming Wi-Fi at the moment, no. Yung mga ganun. Really, it's very short term. Siguro yung the next 2 or 3 months in terms of operations sa loans specifically because now we're encountering some problems because of siguro yung economy natin is sabi ng government it's improving, pero yung businessmen are complaining na hindi robust yung business, especially the yung market namin. Imagine if another department store or supermarket opens within the area, papatayin nila yung palengke, which is our main source of clientele. So medyo mahirap magplano ng long term. In fact, I have to also know kung anong plano ng local government within at least yung scope of area of responsibility namin. So we could adjust correspondingly also. So kaya nga sabi ko, very short yung plans ko at the moment. I'm not even thinking of December. I'm just thinking of yung tong second quarter hanggang June. So parang there has to be some improvements within the next a month and a half.
Anyone can answer. Can you give a success story of a customer or someone you help in terms of dealing with their financial problems or the business that grew? Meron ba kayo natulungan? Sino yung pinaka-natulungan ng tao o institution?
I guess Miss Evangelista.
Meron kasi kami isang client na actually nag-start na wala siya nung pera, na nabalita lang niya na may Rural Bank of Caloocan, so nagpapautang, so lumapit siya dito sa bangko. Actually ang kailangan lang niya noon maliit na halaga lang eh. So just to start yung kanyang actually business lang yung kanya sa palengke. Usually sa palengke yung sa amin yung mga sabi nga lang nagbabagsak nung mga meat dun sa mga retailer. Doon lang siya nag-umpisa, umutang siya sa amin ng maliit. So nagbabagsak siya dun sa mga humahango ba sa kanya ng mga meat. So from there marami siyang naalukan sa palengke. Siguro as far as competition is concerned, medyo binaba niya ang presyo dahil una nagpapakilala siya, siyempre mababa ang presyo niya, so maraming kumukuha sa kanya. Up to the time na after nung nag-mature yung kanyang loan, nagpadagdag siya, pa-additional siya dahil marami na siyang kliyente o customer sa palengke. Yun, doon nag-umpisa yun, unti-unti, lumaki ng lumaki. And then after a while, nung malaki na yung kanyang business, nakabili na siya actually ng property. So from there, nagpatayo siya ng apartment, pinatayuan niya yon from yun din sa niloan niya dito sa bangko, pinatayuan niya ng apartment yon, natapos yon. I think it's a 10-door apartment yun eh. So doon, meron na siyang business sa palengke, and then meron pa siyang income from yung sa kanyang apartments. Doon nag-umpisa yun. Then yung kanyang mga anak, sabi nga niya, napagtapos niya out of that funds na na-generate niya sa amin, napagtapos niya yung mga anak niya. I think meron siyang 3 anak na ngayon, puro professional na sila. Pagka bumabalik siya dito, sabi nga niya, nakakausap niya noon yung aming presidente, kasi siya pa ang GM noon, yung presidente namin. Sabi niya, kung hindi sa Rural Bank, hindi ako magiging successful ng ganito. Sabi niya, malaking utang na loob ko sa Rural Bank of Caloocan. So, isa lang siya dun sa maraming natulungan actually ng bangko. Marami sila na siguro kung isa-isahin natin, medyo matatagalan tayo dyan. So, yun ang isang one success story na from lowly, na wala siyang, nagtitinda lang siya dati kasi din sa palengke eh. So, nakita niya yung mga kasamahan niya na humahango sa iba. Sabi niya siguro, why not ako ang magbagsak sa kanila? Na at the same time, kasi meron kaming mga solicitor nga sa market na nasabi siguro na pwede kayong umutang sa bangko. So, yun ang ginawa niya. So, malakas ang loob niya, umutang siya. So, doon nag-stop yung kanyang pag-asenso.
It shows yung significance of how Rural Bank of Caloocan
Na makakatulong, oo, sa community. Oo. Nagkikater kami talaga yung ano namin, kung rural bank nga, doon sa maliliit lang. Kasi hindi naman kami pwedeng makapag-compete siyempre sa commercial bank na kung magbigay siyempre malalaking amount ng loans niyan. So kaya lang makikita natin na from doon sa maliit, napapalaki nila yon, napapalaki nila. At saka they were able to meet their obligations naman talaga diligently. Ganon. Kaya ang bangko rin naman, malaking tiwala sa kanila. So whenever they come to the bank para magpa-additional, pag additional ng kanilang loan, nabibigyan sila. Provided na kumu-collateralize yan, provided na sufficient pa yung property nila to answer for the obligation.
How will the bank expand or it's definitely very active in the community. And how will you engage more with the community? Do you have any programs or projects in mind to really generate awareness siguro among the people in the community? And how will that help the bottom line? How will it help you compete, with in the market?
Okay. As I have said earlier, yung plans ko is very short term. However, I'm already thinking of certain things. One is we really have to make our presence felt in the neighborhood. I'm not too sure if this has been done before by the bank. I'm planning a house-to-house campaign in due time. And as for our projects, we're trying to look at how we can help certain part of the local government, like yung mga barangays, while we have already accommodated at a barangay or two na in terms of helping their employees through salary loan. We would like to expand that also through the barangay, aside from salary loan. Of course, this is a big city. The barangays have their own projects. Baka we can make a certain headway on that, a tie-up with the local government, contractors that need financing. So in a way, we'll be also helping the community. Of course, as things improve, baka may mga projects that we could put up na free for the community. It all depends on how things work out. Mahirap kasing iplano ko ng long term at the moment.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.